Previously, I showed you in the tutorial above this how to set up restrict access. So a student can't get into, say, this chapter unless they had gone through an activity in the previous chapter. But what if you wanted to give them a choice where they could do assignment A or assignment B, and either one of those will open the next chapter? That might be nice if you're trying to have them pick between a couple of items, but you still want them to make progress into the next thing so they don't have to do both. With that said, all I have to do is I have to set up restrict access in this chapter so that one of those two things have to be complete. First, I'll show you the two assignments they're choosing from. So this is what they have to do. They have to do one of these two assignments. And on these assignments, what I have to do is I have to make sure they're both set up so completion tracking is on. I'll show you that real quick. I'm just going to go to completion tracking. I have it set so student must make a submission of this assignment in order for it to be shown as complete, because restrict access is looking for what is complete, and you will have set up the conditions for what that means. I'll demonstrate how to set up restrict access so a student has to do this or this, but they don't have to do both to get to the next step. Now I could set this up so that I have restrict access so they can't get to this PDF unless they've done that by, as I showed earlier. I come over here and then I choose restrict access, and then I can set up conditions for the PDF, but I won't be doing that. I'm going to show you restrict access, same settings, same look for a chapter itself or a topic. Now this isn't abundantly obvious, but what you do is you come up here to the top, the header of a given topic, and that's where restrict access is for that. And then I come over here and I click that. Now what I'm going to show you is a little different. There is another way to do this, so I can set up two different conditions and then say they can do either one of those conditions, and that's the tricky part of this particular lesson. But once you've done it, you'll see it's not difficult at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to hit add restrictions. You get 8 choices. Instead of just going to activity completion, I'm going to get a set of these, so I'll have 2 different activity completions to choose from. So I'm going to hit restrictions set, and you'll see now there's a small box around this first restriction, and this small box I'm going to add the first possible restriction, which means I'm going to say that they have activity completion within that small box of a given assignment, and the given assignment is going to be something I've conveniently labeled 1 of 2. Okay, so that has to be marked complete for that one restriction. Now this is in one box, but I'm going to come down here to the second one of these add restrictions. This is part of the set, and then I'm going to say on this part of the set there's another separate activity completion. I'll come down here and I'll choose the second of these 2, which I've cleverly called 2 of 2. Now those have both been selected, but look what happens on this. Because I have 2 of them, I can say all of these must be complete, or I can say any of these must be complete. If I say any, that basically means or. So now that I've done that, you'll see I have this box with that 1 of 2 must be marked complete. This box 2 of 2 must be marked complete, and once again the 1 of 2 and 2 of 2 are just titles I gave them for clarity. I have the choice of any or all, and I say any of the following, which is an or statement essentially, and I hit save changes. Now at this point in time, I have this set up so that all students will have to do one of those previous assignments, and it comes up and it says as much right here. So it's fairly handy that you can see that. Let's take a look at what the student sees. The student will see that the chapter is there, but if they click into it, it says they can't do that. So they'll have to go to the previous topic. Still looking at the student's interface, they've gone back to this chapter. Now they're going to click into this and do this assignment. Now this student can see that she has finished one of these 2 assignments. Target topic is now open to her. So while it seems perhaps daunting initially, it is a very simple thing to set up if you just walk through those few steps. And if you need help, always reach out to Teaching and Learning. Thank you so much.